Back at it again, and we've got to talk about Jim Jordan and this Speaker of the House situation, because there's going to be a vote today, and there's been some things that have come out. But like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button if you are new, and let's dive in.
Congresswoman, back in Washington, where I think you're headed tomorrow, there's a big speaker's race heating up. Jim Jordan looks to be the person who Republicans will put up for a vote. You joined in all Democrats in voting to get rid of Kevin McCarthy. Any regrets if Jim Jordan is the man who replaces him?
No. It has never been truly within the integrity and history of this institution for one party to elect another party's member as speaker. We'll see if Jim Jordan has the votes. We'll see if individuals like Mike Lawler or Mark Molinaro, who represent New Yorkers in Hudson Valley, the Catskills, Westchester County, will actually vote to install a man who voted to overturn the United States' election and who supports a national abortion ban to be Speaker of the House and second in line to the presidency. I have my doubts that the people of New York would really stand for that, but in terms of the integrity of the institution, I think it's important that we support Hakeem Jeffries for Speaker of the House.
Is Jim Jordan?
So you heard it there. Did you hear the issue that she brought up there? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? The abortion issue, right? And this is the thing with Democrats, and I said this previously because of the whole Trump situation and him not making a stance. That's what they want. They want something to rally the troops behind. They have nothing. We saw a small instance of it recently in Louisiana in the governor's race. The issue was brought up. Democrat voters did not come out and vote. They have nothing to rally the Democrat voters behind. What are they going to say? Yeah, the economy's great. No, it's not. Hey, groceries are cheap. No, not at all. Well, at least there's world peace. Nope, not that either. They have nothing to rally behind, so we can't give them anything. And you heard AOC try to rile up something a little bit there with, Jim Jordan. Well, he wanted to ban abortion. Nice try, AOC. Not going to get it. Not going to cut it. But let's hear Jim Jordan and what he has to say.
Mr. Jordan, how many votes are you willing to go through tomorrow? Are you going to just keep going?
We need to get a speaker tomorrow. The American people deserve to have their Congress, their House representatives working. And we can't have that happen until you get a speaker, so we need to do that. Plus, we need to be helping our dearest friend and colleague, our dearest friend and closest ally, Israel. We need to help them as well.
Keep going over and over again. Tomorrow you expect multiple roll call votes?
Well, look, I felt good walking into the conference. I feel even better now. We got a few more people we want to talk to, listen to, and then we'll have a vote tomorrow.
Israel,
would you be opposed to putting Ukraine with Israel?
So there you go. They are having a vote today at, I believe, noon. So maybe by the time you're seeing this video, they've already had it, depending on when you watch this video. But there was an ad released in support of Jim Jordan, which I just found really interesting, that I want you guys to see. Check it out.
Extraordinary and historic battle unfolding on Capitol Hill. Representative Jim Jordan has just said he's running to replace Kevin McCarthy after his historic removal as Speaker of the House.
This election for Speaker is about two issues. Who can bring our team together, who can unite our conference, and who can go tell the American people what we're doing and why it's important to them. We need to give Israel the time, the space, the resources so that they can win and win decisively and send a message to these evil people who did this.
Jim Jordan certainly is a lot of endorsements rolling in.
And I'm certainly backing Jim, that it's a person who puts the interests of our citizens first.
President Donald J. Trump will be announcing his endorsement of Jim Jordan for Speaker.
We have to have a plan as a conference. Again, when we elect our new Speaker, we have to have a plan that 218 of us support. I had the opportunity yesterday to talk to former Ambassador Friedman. I talked to Chairman McCall. We do need to get together and get the resources there and the support there so Israel can win. The very first thing I would focus on is one sentence: no money can be used to process or release into this country any new migrants. I've been to Israel 5 times. The way we can work together and help them it's been a long history of that. that. We need to make sure we continue that. We need someone who can unite the conference, and I think just as importantly, unite the conservative and Republican movement across this country. That's what I think I can do. That's why I'm running for the job. We got to come together as a conference, come together as Republicans so that work can continue, so we can deal with the border, so we can deal with the issues we told the American people we were going to address.
You know, I understand what he was saying there when he was saying, you know, the Republican Party, you know, needs to come together, but I don't think the Republican Party will ever come together. And as I said before, I think there are old establishment folks, and I don't mean like old in age, but like just, you know, Republicans that have been in the party for a long time that are establishment folks, which, you know, we'll get into here in just a second, who don't agree with most Republicans nowadays. And, you know, I'm always hesitant to say my kind of thoughts and my feelings because obviously I'm a new Republican. I haven't always been Republican. I've made no secret about that. You guys know, you've watched literally the entire journey right here on the channel. It's all been on tape. But it's interesting to see that most people actually agree with me. You know, it's kind of wild. And I feel like the Republican Party will look more like the Matt Gaetz of the world, you know, the Byron Donalds of the world, the Trumps of the world after 2024, than it will look ever like the Kevin McCarthys, right? Obviously, the Mitch McConnells are long, long gone. Kevin McCarthy is a little bit closer to the center, but I think even those types will be pushed out of the Republican Party, and there will be a new Republican Party, and it will look more like the Matt Gaetz of the world, in my humble opinion. That's just my opinion on it. But you know, as I was saying, Jim Jordan isn't guaranteed to be Speaker of the House because there are still some establishment Republicans who are saying no.
The House of Representatives expected to vote on a new speaker today at noon. Ohio Congressman and House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan picking up a key endorsement yesterday, flipping 4 votes for him last night. Alabama Congressman Mike Rogers now saying that he will back Jordan after initially resisting. And at least 6 Republicans are publicly saying they will not support the GOP nominee. However, here's Nebraska Congressman Don Bacon explaining why he's not voting for Jordan.
The end game is a small group of people need to see that some of us will not just be walked over on this, and we've been walked on since January.
So that means no Jordan the speaker.
Yeah, that's right.
Joining me right now is
He said some of us will not be walked on. Really? Interesting, Mr. Don. Hey, if you guys are in Don's district, you know what to do. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Okay? Give him a call. Give him a call because, hey, listen, making a phone call actually does work contrary to popular belief. And so here we have from DC Drano. Shout out to DC Drano on Twitter. And if you're not following me, link is in the description, okay? Link is down below. Okay, Jim Jordan knows as of 5:15 p.m. EST, Don Bacon, who we just saw on camera. Hey, listen, if you are in his district, give him a phone call, leave a voicemail, and I'll show you why here in a second. Mario Diaz, I don't even know how to say that last name. Carlos, Frank Lucas, John Rutherford, Mike Simpson, Steve Womack, Ken Buck. Wow, that is interesting. There's 3 guys from Florida on here. 3 people from Florida. Hey, yo, Ron DeSantis, where's your leadership, son? You should be calling these folks up yourself. Like, what are you doing? What you got going on? Hey, yo, Ron, what's happening, Ron? What's happening? Goodness gracious. What in the world's going on here? But as I said, there is reason to why you should be making a phone call because look at here. Apparently, some GOP holdouts are complaining about the grassroots pressure on them to vote for Jim Jordan. To that, I say, get used to it. America First is taking over. Number 2, tread carefully. This was us being nice. If you backstab us, just ask Bud Light what happens. And I completely agree with DC Drano on this tweet right here. But yeah, apparently some GOP holdouts are complaining about the grassroots pressure on them to vote for Jim Jordan. That's why I said make a phone call. We see the left do it all the time. We see the left just absolutely lose their minds. Oh my goodness. Oh, and what happens? They get their way. I'm not saying you have to stoop to their level, but you can easily make a phone call. Like, yo, hey, what's going on with this? Absolutely not. You better vote for Jim Jordan, or I ain't voting for you. You know, if that's how you feel, obviously, if that's how you feel, you know, I'm not pressuring anybody to do something that they don't want to do or agree with. But what I'm saying is making that phone call actually does work. It actually does make a difference. So yeah, but also I found this interesting as well that DC Drano had posted leaked email from lobbying firm with ties to Mitch McConnell organizing phone call tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with GOP rep Don Bacon. Interesting. He's back on here again. We just saw the clip of him, right? Saying, oh, we won't be walked over. Who'd you have a phone call with, Mr. Don? Bacon is one of 8 remaining no votes on Jim Jordan. And then he says, you know, if this gets 1K retweets, blah, 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 he'll actually post who said it. So we will have a call with Rep. Don Bacon, a Republican member who is leading the fight against Jordan. Donald Trump is threatening any member who plans to vote against Jim Jordan for Speaker of the House. If you can join, please email, blah, 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 for Zoom details. Now, the company in question, he actually posted, where is it? It is No Labels. He said, well, that didn't take long. Asking ye shall receive. The lobbying firm organizing against President Trump and Jim Jordan is called No Labels. Now, all of this is alleged, of course. I have to say allegedly. No Labels is pushing against Trump and Jim Jordan. So just wanted to get that information to you guys. Allegedly, of course, it's No Labels. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, right? So I just found that really interesting. You know, the establishment is crumbling. It is crumbling, and it is beautiful to see. And they are scratching and clawing and doing everything that they possibly can to remain in that position, including those 8. And I'll put them on the screen once again so you guys can see who they are. There you go. Screenshot it if you need to. If you live in any of these districts, you know what to do. Give them a phone call. Leave them a voicemail before 12 o'clock today. I mean, in reality, you can do it anytime today because they need to know anyway, right? This type of behavior is unacceptable. We have a majority, and you guys are trying to hand it away. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You Democrat, right? This is ridiculous. But if you guys remember, oh crap, why can't I think of his name? Mark. There was another Republican yesterday that was completely against voting for Jim Jordan. I can't remember his name. Mark something. Crap. Oh, here we go. Not Mark. Mike Rogers. This guy right here. Mike Rogers. He's obviously now flipped to vote for Jim Jordan. So, yeah, I posted a video about him yesterday. Letting you guys know he was one of the individuals and was allegedly one of the kind of leaders of that group to push against Jim Jordan. And hey, look what we have here. He flipped. Now, it probably means Jim Jordan, probably gave in on some things. So I will say Jim Jordan probably isn't going to do every single thing that we would like him to do, but it will still be an upgrade from Kevin McCarthy. But I wouldn't expect him to just be in there like a bull in a china shop like we expect Uncle Trump to do when he gets back into the White House because of stuff like this, right? I'm sure he promised him something, right? Funding for some other country or something, possibly. Because if you guys remember, Jim Jordan was initially against it. And then the clip we saw, he wasn't so against it anymore. Right? So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love, family. I'm out.